Good day everybody. This video is the second part in a series where I'm going through step by step how to create your own Skywars minigame from scratch. In the last episode we set up the server and created all the necessary builds for the game, so if you missed that episode, go and check it out. In this episode, we're going to actually complete the code for the whole base game. This includes queuing, placing players on random islands, resetting block placing and breaking, as well as ending the game once only one player is left alive. First off, we should set up script. Though I will briefly cover everything in this video, I highly recommend watching a general script tutorial alongside this video. There's a link in the description. If you head into your server files, and you have downloaded and installed the script plugin, then you're most likely good to go. You need to start the server, which will create all the necessary folders and files for you. Then, navigate to the scripts folder like I am here, and create 3 files: lobby.sk, waiting.sk, and game.sk. You can use any text editor you like while programming in script. Before we start coding, let's hop into Minecraft and get a few things ready. First off, I've left 2 commands in the description which you can run inside your world which are necessary for a smooth game. Next, head over to your Skywars map and add glass chambers where you want your players to spawn. Your chambers should function the same as mine, with surrounding walls and a block to suspend the player in the air. That's it. Let's get to the programming. The first file we will write is lobby.sk. This file will include all the code to handle players joining your server as well as queuing for games. When a player joins the server, we should first teleport them to spawn and reset their game mode. Then, we can remove them from the queue just in case they left the server in the middle of a previous game. Next, we want to make sure the player can't die in the lobby. This code will loop through all the players and keep them at full health and hunger, as well as making sure they don't get lost eternally to the void. The last bits of code in this file allow players to join games. I'm creating a command that will allow me to spawn and name an NPC for the player to interact with. Finally, I can detect when the player clicks on the NPC, and I can execute the necessary code to start the game. Our second file to code is waiting.sk. Quickly open up the file and write along with me. Our first function allows us to message all the players who are sitting in the queue. We will use this to show join and leave messages. The next piece of code allows players to actually join the queue. We need to make sure there isn't a game currently going on and that the queue isn't full. If we're sure there is space in the queue, we can add them to the list of players and send a join message. We should then run a check to see if the queue is full, and if it is, we should start the game. Our final problem to tackle in this file is a player who leaves the queue. Using the onQuit event, we can check if the player was in the queue and remove them if they were. We can also tell other players when this happens using the sendQueue function. Our final file allows to make the game function. Open the game.sk file and start with these 2 simple functions allowing us to message the players in-game as well as checking to see if the game is over. The start game function will be the bulk of this code, but it's relatively simple still. We can start off by getting the locations of each island's spawn points, as well as the location of the block which keeps the player in place. After this, we can remove everyone from the queue and teleport them to a random island. I decided to give everyone a temporary resistance effect to make sure that they don't take damage when they fall from the spawn cage. Next, I add a little countdown and the code to release the players. We're almost done with the game code. Just below our start game function we can handle deaths as well as block placing and breaking. The code is quite simple here. It just sends a death message and teleports the player to the center of my Skywars map. Remember, all the coordinates I write in this video will be different for you. They should represent a location on your world. To handle editing the Skywars map, we will simply keep track of where blocks are placed or broken. The final bit of code allows us to reset the game whenever there is a winner or the game should end. We need to replace all the broken blocks, kill any items, reset the queue, and teleport players back to spawn. That's all the code done. Make sure to reload the scripts you've just written using the command on screen. We can now hop back onto Minecraft to place our NPC and test the games. If you need any help with the stuff from this episode, my Discord server is linked down below. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see the next one, please leave a like and subscribe. In the next one, we're going to cover chest loot and kits, so make sure to stay tuned. Bye for now.